For those of you watching on YouTube, I also post my videos on these sites. I hope you'll come join me. Embrace the YouTube alternatives and alt tech. Hello everyone, Nathan Sifu here, and I wasn't expecting to make a video tonight at all, actually, but actually this whole topic is a complete surprise to me too. I got an email not that long ago from LBRY that they have a new portal for all their content called Odysee.com. And so this is my LBRY page, and here it is over on Odysee. And it's spelled Odysee.com. And so this is actually pretty cool for a couple reasons. I was actually just listening to their podcast, and I'm recording pretty much straight afterwards. So I want to bring you as much information about this as I can. I probably missed a few things, but yeah, here's basically what's going on with it. I mean, first of all, I like the interface a lot better. I mean, it's nice to have kind of like the informational format, but I prefer the tiled, actually, just kind of straight off the bat. And you get the animated thumbnails right away, which is kind of nice. So here's a couple things just about it. So the portal runs on the same blockchain as LBRY.tv. So anything that you do on here, whether it's posting a video or a comment or whatever it is, you're getting that right away over on Odysee. And you might be thinking to yourself, well, what's the difference? Why exactly have two different websites that are essentially the same content? Well, here for me anyway, here's the big, huge advantage: notifications. Oh my God, there's notifications, so you actually get like comments and whatnot. It's fantastic. So you can actually know when people comment on your stuff, because previously up to this point, people may have been commenting on my videos, even since the very beginning, but I've had no idea. I've had no way of interacting with people who do that. Well, no, I can. I can do it over here. And for me, that's the most exciting part of all this. Also, as we noticed not too long ago, if I just go into one of these, just 1 second. So I'm not sure if it's a coincidence or not, but sort of the pinkish for the pinkish color that we've got going on for the buttons and the text and stuff, as Minbeard points out here, it's a little bit reminiscent to VidMe, is it not? So I think that's kind of interesting, as well as the astronaut thing there. It's not exactly the same, of course, but it's very similar. Oh yeah, you can still do this with your videos. When you go back, it keeps up with it, which is kind of neat. So yeah, on the side here we've got the list of categories, which is kind of a new interface as well. But a lot of the stuff in here is mostly the same. So yeah, that's why, because of them running on the same blockchain, that's why all the same content reflects. So whatever you do on LBRY will reflect on Odysee and vice versa. And what they wanted to make, here's some details that I got from the podcast I was just listening to, which is on their Discord server. If I can find a link to it, they said that they would post it up later. I'm not sure where, but I'll try and find it and add it to the description if I can. So they said that this is not replacing LBRY by any means. Development on that site will continue. So everything is on here. But the thing about Odysee is that discovery is a bit better, and it's video first. Like, how on like whenever you search for anything on LBRY, you can get things in your results that aren't necessarily videos. You can also get pictures, or sometimes it's files or documents, whatever the case might be. This is videos first, so whatever you get in the search results will be videos. You can still access files that people have uploaded, but it's only if you go directly to their channel. So it kind of filters that out, because more than likely, like, unless you're looking to download something specific, you're probably looking for videos. That's what I assume most people would be doing. I could be wrong, but that's my assumption. So yeah, the discovery will be a bit better apparently. So I guess if you search for things, you're more likely to find it. So that's good. Actually, maybe I'll just try something for a second. What if I just type Wings of V? I doubt that anybody else on the website. Oh yeah, there's me right away. Let's just head over on LBRY for a second. I wonder if it's the same thing. It's a very specific term, so there may not be anybody else who's posted it. But let's see. Okay, yeah. So I mean, bad example, but yeah. So I guess a video discovery is supposed to be better. I can't necessarily test that out right now. I mean, they might be in the midst of implementing some more of that stuff. This site did just launch, probably less than an hour ago at this point, or maybe it was an hour ago. Anyway, very recently. Anyway, the mature tag is not present on this site. So, in other words, XXX content, porn and that kind of thing, won't be on here, which it is on LBRY apparently. So yeah, I mean that's just kind of how freeing that website is. I mean, you can find anything on here, including pornography. And the way they described it, when mentioning that the mature tag is not present, they call it like LBRY for normies because it's even the URL is a bit more friendly, I guess. And so I guess it's not that Odysee isn't going to be a free speech website. Like all the videos and stuff will still be here, but anything that is posted under the mature tag won't show up. So I mean, I guess some non-pornographic things are probably in that tag as well, like things that include actual violence and stuff like that. But I mean that's useful for journalism in certain cases, because yeah, I mean if we want to get a little bit dark here for a second, yeah, sometimes journalism might include footage of some pretty gnarly stuff. One thing you also can't do, you can't. I guess now I've never done this before myself, but apparently on LBRY you can follow by tag, and on Odysee you don't. What was I going to say about that? I'm just going through my notes to make sure I didn't lose anything. Oh, yeah. And tips that you get on your videos through LBRY will still be reflected on here, of course. And they will, tips apparently boost the visibility of your videos in the same way that if you decide to deposit a certain amount of LBC onto your videos, that will make it show up better. Donations do the same thing apparently, until you collect it. Once you decide to collect, it's up to you. You can leave it there on the video to help its discovery, or you can collect the LBC, in for your wallet. In which case you have it in your wallet, but your discoverability isn't as good on those videos. Which is why I only discovered this recently. I just assumed that if it was donated to your video, that it was in your wallet too. I was mistaken about that. So I've got a lot more LBC right now, which reminds me, now I don't know who's been doing it, but I'd like to thank everybody very, very much for donating LBC to my channel when you watch the videos. That's fantastic. I didn't realize I was getting so much support. I'm still a bit noobish to some of the features on this site. So yeah, there's that. What was I going to say? Actually, let me just pop over to gaming. I just want to see if I'm here. Am I here? Here? Okay, nothing. I suppose I didn't post anything too recently, so I guess I wouldn't be there. Let's try trending. Am I in trending? No. Am I top? Come on, tell me I'm in the top. Come on. Come on. No. I just thought I'd try. Oh, this guy. This guy's on here. I didn't even know. He does like a bunch of Mario 64 mods. Look at that. Look at that. Well, shit. Maybe I'll give him a follow. I didn't even know. Sorry, I'm getting a little bit sidetracked here. So I was just trying to see if there was anything else worth mentioning from the from there. Yeah, so I mean, aside from all that information, they talked a bit more philosophically about the idea of freedom and anonymity, and it's just kind of a thing that LBRY kind of allows you to do more uniquely than some other things. Like even a site like let's take Subscribestar for example, which is the free speech alternative to Patreon and a much more reliable donation system, by the way. It's anonymous up to a point, but it's somewhere in there, the person who's donating, there is a paper trail there, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. And that account has an email address tied to it and all that kind of stuff. But on LBRY, like when you donate LBC, I guess that's completely anonymous. You don't even know who's paying you. You don't know who's paying you, and it basically eliminates the whole paper trail thing. And the reason why this is good is for anonymity and the anonymity. I have trouble saying that word. The example they used would be like if Julian Assange of WikiLeaks said, let me try that again. Holy shit! If Julian Assange from WikiLeaks had done something similar and gone under like a pseudonym and received all his funding in cryptocurrency anonymously, because I mean you can even post on here anonymously. You can post to LBRY and Odysee without a username. You can just upload it anonymously. Like you just don't pick your account name when you go to upload. You just choose the anonymous one from the dropdown. Now I don't know if you can still donate to anonymous postings. I missed that detail. I'm not sure if you can still donate to anonymous postings. I'm not sure. But anyway, their overall point there was that if he had done that, instead of making it very publicly and using his name and stuff, maybe he wouldn't be imprisoned. So they were kind of making a case for that this is it's a great tool for just content creators, for people like me who just want to upload gaming shit and just want to talk about stuff, just want to have fun with the site. But it's also incredibly useful for for journalism and being able to post things without exposing yourself. And I mean, one advantage that this site might have over something like BitChute is you can't just post documents to BitChute. You can on here, because you can post a PDF. Like imagine if WikiLeaks had decided to just dump a whole bunch of stuff onto LBRY without putting their name on it, or maybe there'd be a WikiLeaks account, I don't know. And then all that stuff's out there and nobody can bring down the domain or anything like that. It's it's out there and it can't be deleted. It's censor proof in that way. So anyway, that's basically what was talked about in the podcast. So come on over and follow me on LBRY.tv or Odysee. Follow me on either one. I mean you're essentially following me on both. If you follow me on one, but the advantage with Odysee, notifications. It's pretty sweet. It's pretty awesome. But yeah, so this was an unexpected video, and I'll see you all on Monday.